Hey, what's going on, everyone? So it is currently 2 a.m. when I'm recording this video, and this video is supposed to go up at 10 a.m. tomorrow. So I've got to edit this and film it and everything, but I want to make sure I got some out for you guys. This is a 15 and 4 game from Anomaly, ends up going 4-4, and I think it's going to be a cool one to talk about. So let's get into it. All right, so coming into the first round here, zone is in the middle. In these kind of games, I like to kind of play aggressive around here. My strategy changes a lot, especially over the span of the weekend, but this is not a good start at all. I'm trying to get aggressive with my team here, and unfortunately, Invis Hunter kind of I miss a few shots on the right side, and we kind of just get collapsed. I tried to, whenever I see the radar, so let's go back here. When I see the radar ping here, I know I'm dead. When I see this red and my teammate's dead right here, I know I'm dead. So I'm just trying to, my idea is okay, maybe I'm trying to get a little bit of distance from this guy and push around here, but unfortunately he I only have one direction to go and he predicts it and he ends up getting me. So a really tough first round, but that's just kind of how things go sometimes. So we go on to the next. All right, so coming to round two, I try to learn my lesson and not go mid. I try and go up on the high ground here. I know that they don't have any snipes, and I get a good prediction on that guy. A good tag over there as well, but here I'm just trying to keep the man advantage. Unfortunately, this guy gets away from me, but thankfully teammates clean it up. Really quick round. I think the thing to really highlight here is, let's go back here. It's this kill here. So you can't hear it on the recording, but I hear the invis, and I see a little glimpse of him. Let's go right here. You can see on this little turntable thing, you can see a tiny glimpse. And I just pre-fire it with the line. He peeks and I shoot with the special. So that's a really good prediction shot. Whenever I play this position here, I feel like I really have to go for predictions. I can't let them get to this angle behind this post here. I kind of have to hold this ground. And that honestly won us the round. That little prediction shot, and it ended up working out pretty well. So, like I said, this is gonna be a fast one. Good second round. Responding well. They wiped all of us instantly on the first round, and we wiped all of them instantly on the second round. So, that's a great start to a very competitive game. All right, coming into round three, 1-1. The zone is outside, and before we go, this is my favorite spot right here, outside. I feel like with GLs, especially inside on this map, is really difficult. You can't really play aerial. It's very linear and one-dimensional with the height in a lot of places on this map, and you can have trouble with shotties, especially with invis. But out here, I like to push aggressively towards this rock and hold this area. And the radar, I see that they're playing back here, and my goal is just to try and keep them away. Thankfully, I get a direct hit on that guy, really good shot. And now all we have to do is just hold this zone down. So I like to kind of shoot a few warning shots in here, more zoning. But teammate gets that second kill, so we decide to push in, and round is over really quick. So key takeaways from that round is just the way that I take space. So we'll go back to here right at the start of the round. I like to play this rock, and I don't just immediately peek here. I wait till my teammate engages. You can see he gets a shot off there, and then I can get the one shot. This guy's waiting for the contact, and if I hit him directly with a line shot, I'm probably not going to use my green here because I didn't expect him to be here. I expected him to be further back. And a lot of people, what they do is they just play this little corner. If they take damage, then they rotate back around to their team. So waiting here was really important to actually get the full kill on him. And then that made the round a lot harder for his teammates because they lost all this map control over here where this guy died. And then they had to push through this tiny little gap right here, which did not go well for them. So coming into round four, this is the heavy round. We have a choice to make. We've got the heavy ammo inside, or we can play the zone outside. And I kind of flip-flop on this. In a lot of cases, I'm not really sure which one I like to prioritize, but in this case, I decided to go for the heavy ammo because my entire team's coming. And I, I just instantly die. Um, really, really good scatter nade from him. Pre-fired the spot. I didn't react quick enough, and that is a quick round. Not much more you can say about that. Really good scatter nade from him. We can watch that back one more time. Um, I went from full health to zero in a millisecond. Like it was actually instantaneous death. So that's going to happen sometimes. Sometimes you're going to get sniped instantly. Sometimes you're going to, you have to take risks when you play. even without GLs, and unfortunately, I got punished there. So 2-2. All right, so that last round kind of pissed me off. So what I'm thinking here is to just try and push this map control again because it worked out last time. Unfortunately, this guy, you can kind of see him like on the edge of the box, gets away, and I didn't really expect that. And my teammate's with me on the right here, but he goes back inside the middle. And this guy falls away, but there's also, you could see it for a split second there. I'm going to play it back right here. Look right above here. You're going to see the invis guy for a split second right there. Um, that means I can't trust my radar, and that's why I had to fall back. Unfortunately, they get good team shots here. I was hoping that I could just isolate this one fight, but I went a little too far to the right, and my other teammate is, as you can see, in the middle of nowhere, not helping at all. Um, I think this round kind of came down to my teammates not coming outside. You know, when you spawn on this side of the zone and it's out here, you have all the advantages because this little truck right here, this little truck is super strong to hold with a snipe or hold with any, 110 or a scout rifle or 120 or scout rifle, pulse rifle, any kind of laning weapon is amazing to lane here. And then, you can play close against here. The point of engagement, it's so hard for them to peek out. So I think this round was kind of just down to unfortunately, my teammates just not coming with me, and I did make a small minor mistake by full swinging this right corner here when I went backwards over here. I should have gone to the left, or I should have gone, a little more backwards so I wasn't exposed to this line of sight. But I'm not really too good at this map yet. I feel like it doesn't come up enough where I don't fully know how to play every single engagement. So that's a small mistake, but it ended up costing us the round. So on to the next. All right, so going into round 6, it was really bad losing that, but I'm just trying to play aggressive here, catch him off guard. Unfortunately, my first shot falls in the hole there, and I get 2 direct hits on 2 different players, but not enough to get the kill. And we're in a really bad spot. I know it's a 1v1 here, but this is tough, in this close angle against an SMG, and the round is over before it even began. And this is the skill gap with this loadout, and why I think it's so hard for a lot of you guys to pick it up, and a lot of people, and they don't really expect it, is you really have to hit your shots when you do. Like if this fighting line shot hits this little thing and hits him, and then I hit that shot, it's a completely different round, and we probably win the round. It's not even close. So it's like missing that one shot, is going to happen sometimes. And sometimes when you play in these really competitive lobbies, these close games, you kind of just have to trust yourself. And it's really a lot about confidence and self-confidence. And if you're not confident and you don't have that little ego inside of you saying, go hit that shot, then you're not going to win rounds like this. Because, if I just played this little angle here and, like peeked around, we wouldn't win this round if I played smart here. This is a tiny engagement here. We're on the bad side, in my opinion. We've been losing the inside duel all game. My teammates, they're not terrible, but they're not really, they're good at, fighting with me, but they're not good on their own. And that's why I kind of had to go for an aggressive play. And unfortunately, I missed the first shot, and because of that, we lost the round. So now we are 4-2 down, and if you thought that last round would discourage me at all, then you were wrong. Because in situations like this, you have to play aggressive. I'm playing a little more passive here, but that's just because I got the duel from the sniper. Thankfully, teammates actually did a really good job here. He gets this guy low, and I'm thinking, okay, I want to close the gap here, even if I don't get this kill. Let's go back and look at this. So what a lot of you guys might deal with, and what I see from a lot of, not bad players, but not high quality players, is I see my teammates and random people lose rounds like this, where you are 2v1, and you get someone low, like my teammate does here. My teammate breaks his shields, as you saw there. He goes behind the wall. Now, what a lot of players would have done is they would have gone, okay, he's going inside here. I'm going to go to the left in this little staircase because that's the direction he's going. But the reason I go here is because even if I don't have to get the kill here, and even if my teammate dies, I just have to play my life. There's a reason I'm not full swing in this corner. I'm banking a shot off of here. I'm playing defensive around this angle because all I have to do is not die. And if this guy runs away, then I can get the teammate's res and we still have a 2v1. So you really have to, this isn't even a GL tip. This is something if, you're playing a trials match and you see instances like this, know where your teammates' reses are and make, based on where the enemy is, you want to position yourself in between you or in between the enemy and your teammates' reses. And also take into account the zone here, but um, mainly, like a decision like this, it's very minor, but if teammate didn't kill him here, let's say teammate lost us one, then I can get the res, and now we can play the 2v1 again. And even if he gets the reses, at least I have another person up. All right, so coming into round 8, the zone is outside again, and at this point we're just trying to play aggressive and take this map control, because if we get stuck in that little alley back here, if we get stuck in here, then we are screwed. And it's match point, so you kind of have to take some risks. Team, we're all on the same page here. I make a really big mistake there by peeking up. A better sniper would have killed me, and we probably would have lost the game. But you really I like to play around this rock here, and my teammates do a really good job actually of getting that opening kill, which is why I decided to go for the aggressive peek there. And then the last guy was just a formality, but this round, these 4-3 rounds are, in 4-4 rounds, like they're huge in terms of momentum. Like this guy, he's trying to make a hero play, and teammate picks him, and immediately once this guy dies, I see one guy's on the left, one guy's forward. The guy on the left has to go through the murder hole, which I like to call it, on the left side to come to the zone. So I know all I have to do is just swing this guy forward. I have a 1v1, and even if I die with him, hopefully my teammates will come trade me. But all I have to do is fight this guy. I see him swing, I'm like, okay, I know I have to peek this. I can't let him get this res, get that kill, and now at this point, the round is won. There's nothing they can do. We have the full map control, we have both reses, and like I said, this kill's a formality. So this round kind of just shows you, I think, the importance of taking advantage whenever you get that opening pick. Map control is super important, and if you play the numbers games in a lot of cases, and kind of, you can't control your teammates, but you can react to how they perform. And I think this round was a really good showcase of that at a high level. All right, so now we have come down to the final round, and a big mistake that we make here is we don't have a plan, and we do the exact same thing that we did on the first round that got us completely wiped. So I'm gonna let this play a little bit, and you're gonna see my teammates, kind of run over the side. I try and take a fight, and within, 15 seconds, I'm in a 1v3 on the 4-4 round. I know I have to get this one kill here because my teammate was fighting him. He should be a little bit low. So thankfully I get that first kill. And at this point I see my super is almost charged. So right now it's kind of just survival. Get my back against a wall and keep the whole game in front of me. This guy's sniping, had a chance to win the game right here. And that's not really something that I can predict. Sometimes you just have to get a little bit lucky in these situations. But the idea is to put my back against the wall and see the entire area in front of me. I see their res, I see my teammates' res, I see my other teammates' res, I see their player, and I almost have my well up. So my plan right here is to plop a well right here whenever the other guy pushes me. And he's invis, which is super hard to deal with. Invis is the bane of my existence. I rely so much on my radar. Playing against invis players, especially two of them, like who was in this game, is really, really difficult. And I get this first hit for 109, and I'm thinking, okay, I have to push this guy. Thankfully, I get that kill, and now at this point, I'm just trying to get this well down on my teammate. And at this point, the game is pretty much won. I've done all the hard stuff. I've flipped the tides, and I'm not gonna say like it was all, like having a well gave this guy realistically no chance of of winning it. Unfortunately, well is a broken super, and the game's the game, right? I respect this guy for playing Dawnblade, I really do, and I'll give his praise even more for this play. Right here, I've when you get the first two in a 1v3, at least for me, I like to play aggressive and really go on the front foot and try and get the third. And that actually almost loses us the game because this guy makes a super ballsy play at 4-4. Look at this. He peeks into me as I'm coming. He hits this shot. That is that is a extremely like high ballsy play, but it's the right play because that's the only way he would have won the round. And if he snipes you there, he probably SMGs my teammate and they win the game. Um, and I kind of shit my pants here. Let's see. I kind of shit my pants when he did this. I was not expecting this at all. But thankfully he missed the shot and we're able to get the kill. And won the game 5-4. So yeah, this was a crazy game. It was a really quick game. This game, I'm looking at the footage here, was only like 6 minutes long, a 5-4 game. Really, really quick compared to a lot of the Trials games that I play. And I'll just let this play a little bit more so you can see. Yep, 15-4. Teammates actually did pretty well. I don't 4-7. Like he still did his job and team shotted. I thankfully had I think this was actually a really well balanced match of Trials. Like not super sweaty that everyone's holding angles and slowing the game down. Like both teams went for it. Both teams gave it a good game. That guy with the snipe at the end, like I said, it's very, very impressive. That kind of play. I like playing players who think like that. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna stop rambling because it is 2:30 now, and I need to edit this and go to sleep. But I hope you enjoyed this. I wanted to get something out for y'all on Thursday because I've been a little lazy the past couple weeks with Iron Banner. I didn't feel like playing it. But I'm back on my grind now, boys. So keep your eye out for more content from me. Hope you guys all have a good morning or night whenever you watch this, and I will see you for the weekend for the next Trials map.